Hey guys, we're back with some more Scrolls, and we're here to ask the question, should you get this game? Now of course, Scrolls is the new game by Mojang after the smash hit Minecraft. Let's jump right ahead into the gameplay. Scrolls plays like a typical RPG. Well, that's basically it until you get into the actual gameplay. And it's actually more like a tabletop kind of game. You could even say it's a tabletop kind of game, except it's not really on a tabletop. It's really hard to explain unless you get into the game, and right now I'm showing some footage of the gameplay and you'll just really see. You can describe it in so many ways, and that's probably the beauty of Scrolls. You can say it's just an ordinary RPG with some tabletop elements. You can say it's a complex chess-like RPG with cards. Really so much you can say about the game. You can also say it's more a mix of Magic the Gathering plus some chess, or some... Really, there's so much ways you can explain the game. That's probably why it's so fantastic, and we're just showing clips of a quick match I fought against the medium AI, which the medium AI isn't really too much of a challenge. However, medium AI still sometimes outruns you with its energy deck, and that's something we'll get into later on. However, I can't really get into detail during this review because I cannot buy the other pre-con decks. They're too expensive. And just to explain this, in Scrolls basically, your pre-con decks are your growth, your order, and your energy. So right now we have the energy deck on our side. Basically those are the nature kind of creatures and kind of spells, and you have on the other side energy, which is the machines and the technology. Now on the other end there's also order, which is basically soldiers and imperialism and all that stuff. It's really complex and it's a really nice gameplay feel, and the presentation is just fantastic. But then again, we'll get to presentation later. Let's go back to the gameplay. As you can see, the gameplay basically revolves around you summoning creatures using this thing you call resources, which you sacrifice cards for. And then you summon creatures and you just play out the game by basically taking out 3 of your opponent's idols. I've already taken out 2 of the idols, and I'm about to make a play that will finish the game by playing a spell card, and then playing some more spell cards, and then summoning and just finishing off the game. Now I do understand I made a tactical error here, but that's probably because I was rushing it a bit. I should have thought about it and noticed that if I moved one of my soldiers up, I would have actually broken down 4 idols, which is cool and all. But anyway, we still won, and a win is still a win. Now let's get into the other multiplayer and single player elements. You have the tutorial, you have the quick match, you have trials, which we'll get into later again. Quick match and multiplayer, and ranked match and multiplayer. Now both of these things basically play out like your quick match, except against human players. Let's talk about the trials for a moment. You have a bunch of these things to pick from. Is there a story? Not really. There's not really much of a story in these Scrolls. I guess you can read the descriptions a bit, but they don't really add much if you really compile them together. And you can see from the first levels, you sometimes start with an advantage, which is great and all. However, in the later levels, it becomes crazy and you start with this huge handicap. So that's basically how it works, and I'm gonna surrender this game because this one's crazy. I didn't even bother playing it, and that's probably why I have like huge surrender count because of trials, and it gets difficult, but you definitely should play it just to get a better tactical feel of the game. Now let's get into the presentation of the game. I'm really liking the presentation of the game. Everything just meshes so well together, and it'll just show you the shards, which you can buy some other stuff with it. Basically not much. Mojang made sure to balance it so it's not a play to win situation, which is great and all, but I really wish I could get those pre-con decks without buying shards, but that's gonna take a year. So I don't really know what to do with the pre-con deck, so it looks like I'm staying with growth because I have no choice basically. Let's just sell some useless cards. Frostbeard not really good in the long run. And we're just getting some cards so we can show you how we're gonna buy some scrolls, which is probably one of the most fun parts of basically trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering. It's just buying cards and seeing what you get, and just so much fun. Let's go ahead and do that. Just gonna sell some useless cards, some common cards. Yep, sell that stuff. And then we're gonna go ahead, and I have a 99999 a while ago, so well, the game's not happy for me, I guess, so I had to sell some more extra cards. We're just gonna show you some cards here. Basically, these are the draws. If you buy a scroll pack, you get 10 cards, 2 uncommon and 1 rare. And right now we're just showing the cards. We have that thing, and it looks pretty nice. I'm really liking the art so far, which we'll get into later. Leeching Ring, there you go. Now we're starting to get into the uncommon territory. Those are uncommon cards, where you can see by the rips on the sides. It's kind of hard to discern right now, and that's a rare card. But eventually you'll get the hang of it, and you'll know basically by instinct which one is rare, which one's not. And now we're gonna go into the art and the music. The music is just superb. I'm really liking how it's composed. Everything is almost like Minecraft, except it's not, except the music feels different from Minecraft, except the feel and the atmosphere is the same. It's really, I guess I'm mixing up my words here because I said it doesn't feel like Minecraft and it feels like Minecraft at the same time. But basically what you'll know is that the fantastic part about Minecraft is the atmosphere it provides, and does the same for Scrolls. The mellow atmosphere just blends so well together. And again, here's my deck, and I'm only at 116. I'm at 1611 right now because, well, my deck's not too good at this point. I still need to construct it better, and I need to play more. I'm definitely not playing enough, but we'll get into that. Hopefully we can get ourselves more immersed in the game. I've just been busy for a while, so we'll definitely hope to play some more. And you can see there I need some more Kinfolk Brave, because Kinfolk Braves are just great cards. Just very good for growth. And right now, basically I really hope that they get the deck sorting order much better, because I feel like there's a lot of lacking features for sorting, but it's again still a beta. So for the final verdict, let's just go and give some suggestions. First of all, I think the rating system needs some work. Of course, it's still in the beta, but that's going to be so much fun once we get some ELO rating rankings. I'm talking about diamond stuff. Kind of like in LoL. I'm not a big fan of LoL, but still, they got their rankings right, I gotta admit that. And hopefully they can implement some tournaments, like in chess for example, wherein if you have certain ELO you can enter certain tournaments, and how you can get certain ELO will lead to you getting some ranks like Master or Grandmaster or whatever. And that really leads to some very good game immersion strategies, which I hope they can implement soon in the future. And for the final verdict, this is again in the beta. It's worth $20 on Mojang's website basically. So for $20 you can get Scrolls. Now here's the question, first of all, is it worth $20? I just said it was worth $20. That was kind of a Freudian slip right there. So yes, I do believe it is worth $20. However, I was hoping it was going to be around $10. So from the gameplay perspective, I really do think it's worth $10. However, it would have been just nice if it were worth $10. But again, Mojang just produces great games, since you definitely get this at $20. If you can right now, just go ahead and swoop it up. If you're a fan of RPGs, tabletop, or card-based games, it's just a fantastic game overall. You'll definitely should try it out, and if you do so happen to like what you see right now in this video, definitely go and buy it. It's just fantastic, and I can basically recommend this to almost anybody who A, likes tactical games, B, likes strategic games, and C, likes games that make you think. And this game just really requires so much strategy and so much thinking. I have no hesitation requiring this game to any of those guides to tell you, hey, this game is good, here's a list of tactical games. This game should be one of the top of those lists, because this game is just fantastic for thinkers and for gamers. It's just a great game. If you like tactics, RPG, card games, deck openings, it just wins in those categories. So hopefully subscribe for more Scrolls. We'll definitely have some more of those in our channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye.